Yo, yo, yo. Ah, I'm gonna let this thing build an audience real quick. Real quick. What's going on, bro? I sent the email to you. Oh, I sent the email to you. Check your email, see if you can hop on the Zoom. Oh, psych. Uh-oh. Let me get that later. Yeah. Yup. Perfect. Yeah. Just sent it to you. Yeah, Zoom is fired up. Fired up and ready to go. What's for everyone else? We talking about business credit. Sorry for the T. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not going crazy. Big Ted, what's going on, sir? How you doing, brother? Ain't seeing you in a minute. I see you out there moving them units. Them PS4s, what a PS5 and Xbox, moving them units in the city. That's what's up. That's what's up. And old men and women have old phones. Yeah, it's real. Stupid. In case something happened with the cell phone, be able, you know what I'm saying, be able to call the authorities. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up. What's up with you? How you been? Jeez. Oh man, trying to be like you, but I feel you. Yeah, anybody that anybody that has one way of making their money, it ain't gonna make it. That ain't gonna be. Sorry, that ain't gonna be what's up. You sound like me, working, staying low, staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? Getting to it, staying out the way. Nah, what's up? I be seeing you do your thing, brother. I'm proud. I'm proud to watch it. I'm proud of all of us, yo. That's everybody that's out doing something extra. I'm proud of that. I'm definitely proud of that. You know. Definitely proud of that. Oh, this tea is hot. Sheesh. Let me see. Yeah, today I got a Zoom going. I got the live going. So the idea of what I'm going to be talking about today is business credit. Just how to establish it, why to establish it, what you can do with it, what I've done with it, some real life examples. This isn't specifically about real estate. This is that who I think it is? Yeah, it is. Can I wave? Yeah, I can wave. Yeah, I don't know if she's still on. What's up? This is delayed too, FYI. This is my second time doing the Instagram live. But one thing I do know for sure is that these comments run delayed. So, I'm trying to make sure I offer equal. I did wait. That's what's up. That's what's up. How you been? You and the family. Yeah, that's what's up. But the business credit, it's a tool. It's a tool, and even Ted, what you into, there's some people out there leveraging business credit to buy 300 PS5s and not come out of pocket at all right? Because they have a business. They became a vendor with Sony. They did all the applications with Sony. They got a line of credit with Sony, and they leveraged that for PS5s. They bought at a wholesale price. They selling it at the retail price. They're getting the revenue. They're paying back the debt and profiting the rest. Right? Some of this stuff is like, duh. But when Sony gives you 10, 20,000, 30,000 line of credit, You know, and you can get 200 PS5s or 250. I think my man said 250 PS5s without coming out of pocket at all, and they get shipped to the house. You know, it's about leverage. It's about leverage. Some of you know that's an example of like business credit. You know, of what it can do. I use it for real estate. You know, people use it for how you said entertainment, right? Entertainment companies, record labels. I can't think of different industries right now, but the base of business credit is used with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if we understand how to leverage it, then then maybe we'll be able to create some good revenue, double back. There you go, my man. Admit. Let me see. Start video. Oh, I see my brother popping on the joint. I didn't expect that. Let's do it. Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Oh, trucking. That's what's up. Michael Brown.
What's cracking? What's cracking? I'm literally just getting in the house.
Yeah.
Sunday date.
Yeah. That's romantic.
We went to yeah, it is. She actually, she took me out. I let her. She drove the car and everything.
Oh.
She literally, we went to the women's art museum.
Yeah.
In DC.
Yeah.
And then we ate at some place called Milk and Honey on 8th Street. I will say we probably won't be going back there.
That don't sound too attractive. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, the service was more unattractive than the combination of the name. The food was kind of okay. I will say they had very good lemon pepper wings.
Then I digress. I'm going to try it out.
It was 6 of them.
Yeah.
But the lemon pepper rub was good.
All right.
And she had some French toast that was good.
Okay.
But the service situation.
Yeah.
In Victoria, it don't make a difference how many locations there are.
Mm-hmm.
One bad situation, she X's out the whole brand.
Oh.
Right. I'm like, you don't want to try another one? No, I don't like them ever again. Oh,
Hey, that's actually that's the same way I roll. So I can't say nothing.
I know you would understand. So.
Yeah, I can't even say nothing. It's all right.
Right.
That's what's up.
So we gotta go we're gonna leave to get the kids by around 6:40. We gotta pick them up. So.
Nah, it's all good.
I'm about to clean the kitchen so we can get dinner ready for when they get here. So I'm gonna be off the video.
It's all good. You know, I'm just going like I email it out. I'm gonna run through some stuff just to get some information out there. So I'm building up my YouTube. So I figure while I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, let me go ahead and invite some folks in. We can rock out, learn something. Or not, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So whatever y'all gonna do.
Somebody should learn something.
Hope so.
This is not taught in elementary school or high school.
Yeah, at all.
They didn't even teach me that in PG.
At all. Yeah, it's this type of things that we don't learn. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all good. I'm gonna run through some stuff and try to take it from there. So.
All right, bet.
Yes, sir. So it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate everybody that what's up, Glenn? I had to type it because I was talking to my man Mike. What's going on? How you doing? I see you in the family, Mr. Glenn. I know you can't talk back, but you can hear me. I'm proud of you. I seen your last post that had to do with what it say? It said you know, the investor, right? But coming from this, being labeled as that, making my way to this, like, you know, I feel that because that's my background. So I fully understand that, brother. I'm proud of you, young man. I'm calling you young man. We the same age, right? Oh man, cool. Well, I'm gonna start. I can see you can hear me, right? My man, that's what's up. We good to go. So I'm gonna start and just get into some content. This is I don't have no slides. I like to get hands-on I like to get like into. I'm gonna share my screen. Those on Instagram can't really, can't really see that, but I'm gonna share my screen, and I want to really show how to build this thing up. Those on Instagram can take notes. Of course, you can take notes too, but like I just want to. It's a process. Business credit is like, man, they don't teach us this in school, right? Everybody knows this. We go through K through 12, right? Some of us go through college freshman year to senior year, right? Some of us then graduate and get the great job. Nowhere in that process of learning do we ever get to learn about credit, specifically business credit. And I know why, because it's very powerful. But it's like after I understand it, I can't just sit on the information, right? I got to be able to give it. Right, you're definitely right about that. Bringing a youth on board. So I'm gonna run through some things. For me, I'm Sean. As some of y'all know on Instagram, Sean. I'm a guy. I am a guy that likes business. I'm a guy that is into real estate, right? But I like to. What I always tell people is like, more than anything else, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I've always been that. I've always been an entrepreneur. Matter of fact, press record because I'm doing this for a reason. All right, cool. But I'm an entrepreneur, right? By nature. I tell the story in my other classes about being in 7th grade, going to the People's Drugstore. Check out my age, right? People's Drugstore to buy a pack of gum, a 5-pack of gum, buying it, taking it to school the next day, understanding that it's 5 packs of gum, right? Overall, knowing I can sell these packs for $1, but I'm like, man, if I break this pack down per piece, I can get 25 cents per piece, and I could get 125 per pack. Then I can, like my mind works in that way, right? It's always been like that. I can't help it. When I try to be regular, I can't. It don't work that way. My brain doesn't receive regular. So as I grow up and I try to fit into systems and fit into jobs, it don't work. It don't work. All right, let's connect. That's all right. It doesn't work. And jobs want you to be one way. My brain can't function. It functions 14 ways. And that's frowned upon in the workspace. So by default, I learn ways to move outside of what I call the system. I've landed on real estate, but I do 4 or 5 different things, right? 4 or 5 different industries that I'm in other than real estate. This is just what people know me for. And which is funny because people knew me for being about cell phones. I had a nickname that was Sean the Cell Phone Man for many years, and people forgot. People forgot I did cell phones. All they know me for now is real estate. So that's how I tell my wife a lot of times, when you could brand yourself as one thing. Now, I didn't brand myself in cell phones. I was given that name. I hate branding as far as that, like for me at least. But it took me a while to shake that. It took me a while to shake the cell phone thing. Now only thing that they know me for is investing. Let's run that. Let's do it, right? Sean the Investor Guy. Let's do it. So for me, I have a LLC. I think every family, I believe, and I'm never not gonna believe this. I believe every family should have an LLC. Every family, at least one. Well, why should every family have an LLC? Because with the LLC, there's so much you can do within that structure, and it allows you to move outside of the norm, right? Outside of the system. The theme of my speaking to people is like being outside of a system. It's being outside of a system, man, because we don't know, right? And like, what don't we know? We don't know. We don't know. For me, it doesn't matter who's president. It don't matter who's in Congress. It don't matter who's doing what, right? When you control your income, when you control what goes in and what comes out, none of that matters to you, right? So I took a break from all this stuff around the election cycle because it was too much. Right? So it was too much. Red Gang Blue gang, all I saw was Bloods and Crips in ties. That's all I saw, right? People can reword it as what they want, but in my brain, all I saw was Bloods and Crips. For me, that's cool, right? Because no matter who's going to be in that office, when I'm in the LLC, it don't matter. None of them, I didn't get a stimulus check. I didn't get one. Am I hating? Yeah, I'm petty, so I can admit that. I wanted one, didn't get it though. What can you do about it, right? But that didn't stop the business, right? That didn't stop anything I was doing, because I wasn't looking for it. To be all the way real, I wasn't missing it. I wasn't. It wasn't a thing where I had to get it or I wasn't going to be able to pay the bills. So, and why is that, Sean? I'm going to tell you. Because when I move in my business structure, everything I need is facilitated inside of that. Everything, right? And my original post or my original email or not even on Instagram, but on Facebook was reaching out to people who already had LLCs, right? And seeing if they would be interested in just learning about some ways and some tips and some tricks to kind of, use their business to fund, right? Self-fund, right? That's also a reason why I don't care about who's in office, a stimulus package, because I can self-fund everything I want to do in my life. I can self-fund that. So what do you mean? I'm going to tell you. So I can literally pull 10, 15, 20, 100,000 out of my business at any point in time. So I don't care about my stimulus package. If the Fed's watching, if you send it, I'm gonna spend it, right? But I'm not looking for it, is my point, right? That everything doesn't stop or go because of that. Because I can leverage my business, I can pull money from it. And because I have multiple businesses, I can pull from every single entity I have. Let's say I pull 25,000 from each business and I got 4. I'm an average lifetime C student, right? C- student. People that took my class before, they know what I'm gonna say. I'm a C- student. If I had a T-shirt, I'm rocking C- for life, right? In math. But I know if I pull 25,000 from 4 businesses, that's 100,000 that I have access to. And that's within 24 to 48 hours, right? That's sent to my business account. I'm not asking nobody for a raise. I'm not asking nobody if they can loan me some money. I'm not asking anybody for a favor. I'm pulling money from my businesses that I've, from the foundation that I've created. So again, I don't really have the, let me see if I can go to share. What do I want to do? So I'm assuming everybody knows what an LLC is in essence. So the goal wasn't to start like the tutorial. The goal was to start from like, how do you build something? How do you start building the foundation of business credit, right? So I'm gonna skip past the LLC part. I'm gonna skip past, well, this is the first part. You have to have an EIN number. You got to have an EIN number. EIN, employer identification number, right? So we all have social security numbers. All of us has it. When we're born, they give it to us. So in essence, for your business, every business needs to get their EIN number. It's the same concept, right? So the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people I spoke to, while they have their LLC, the articles of incorporation, they don't have their EIN number. A lot of people think they come one and the same, but you have to apply for them separate. Granted, and also this is state by state. I'm in Maryland, side note, right? But for the most part, you apply for this stuff separate. But the EIN, employer identification number, right? Once you have your EIN, everything that has to do with your business should go through your EIN number. Like there's people that I'm talking to and just trying to see if they want to hop on the class and they don't see a benefit to building business credit, and they're telling me how they they have an LLC, but they use their social for everything. Here's my perspective, right? If you have an LLC, if you have an EIN, or rather, what do you have an LLC for? Was my question to them. Like, what was the point of it? Because once you're not really using your EIN, there's certain tax protections you're not doing. There's certain asset protections you're not even using. You know, you're just running with the name, which is cool to some. To me, I don't think that's all right. I think you know, you went that far. Let's go a little bit further, right? Everything I do is through my business. I don't use my social. My credit score is climbing. It's climbing, right? Not the best, not the worst, but it's climbing. But the reason why I don't even care about that is because my business credit is A1. Not even A1. It's not A1, but it's green. on and I'll show this on the Zoom, but where they track the what am I trying to say? Where they track the credit, it's green. Green is good. Yellow, so-so. Red, needs some work, right? But all my business credit is green, which means I can go apply for something through my EIN and get approved for it. Like, and again, this is separating, right? Separating me as an entity, rather me as an entity and me as a person. These are two separate things. Everywhere I go, I'm my business. I have a card. I have a business debit card. I got a business credit card, right? So, you know, they may or may not know my name. I don't care about that. But I'm literally moving that way every day of my life, in every aspect of my life. If I can't write it off, I don't swipe my card. I know I had an Instagram post about that, but like your lifestyle, when your lifestyle, when you have a business, your lifestyle, in essence, you should be able to write off majority of the stuff that you do throughout the day. My gas, I just got business card, write it off. My food, I just got, I'm writing it off because I had an appointment, air quotes, with my wife. Right, that's my client. But the point is, as long as you keep your receipts, and you're recording everything, you can write everything off, right? Through the business. EIN is just very important. What's hold on one second. Blah, blah, blah. I had some notes real quick that I wanted to make sure that
my brain stopped at EI.
I can still hear you, Mike. EIN. That's the foolish. Articles of incorporation, EIN, business bank account has to be separate. Who you go through is your choice, right? I have Chase. There's no reason why I have them. I just got them. You know, they don't give me great rates. They charge me a lot for a wire fee, so I may be transferring it over. Full disclosure, when the Greenwood Bank, I think it's called Greenwood Bank, whatever Killer Mike is doing, whenever that bank opens and they're creating and they're accepting businesses, I'm gonna move my business to that online platform, because I already know they offer cheaper rates on transfers, right? So me as being an investor, every first of the month, I do real estate investing. Every first, don't do Wells Fargo. I'm not doing Wells Fargo, bro. I'm not doing. I learned my lesson. I'm not doing Wells Fargo. But every first of the month, I pay my investors, right? Either a percentage, either their monthly payout, whatever the agreement was, whatever the investment was. That's the first of the month. So Chase charges me $25 per. I'm running that back. $25 per wire fee, which I thought was standard in essence, until I started researching and realizing, no, they just getting over on me. So this is the temporary relationship. Those that have taken my class and those that follow me on Instagram already know I don't believe in banks. Banks are predatory by nature, right? I'm not just saying that because I'm being petty, but that's for real, right? They make their money off of loaning your money out and then putting interest on top of that, and then they make billions off of the fee. I forgot what it's called, but the fees when you don't have the money in your account, right? So they make billions off of that, and they billions off of interest off your money, while giving you 0.000 very little percentage off your money, and they're getting it out, the NSF fee, right? And they're loaning it out 4%, 5%, 8%, depending on what they're loaning out for and the credit score, and they're keeping the difference of the interest rate. So they're making, by default, in my brain, they're predatory by nature. But I digress. That's for another day. For this example, you need a business account, a business banking account. That's how all this stuff works. Now what you okay? So you got your articles of incorporation, you got your EIN number, employer identification number, you got your business bank account. What else? What else? What else? You have to have your business email, which could be Gmail in essence, right? But your business email, your website, and your virtual address or real address. So articles of incorporation, EIN, business bank account, virtual address, business number, business email. Those are the 6 things you have to have established. And then you take all that and you go to 411.com. This is the very first step. This is the first gem. 411.com. So why are you going to 411.com? Because you have to register all that information on 411.com. Now that's free to do. That's free to do. But what happens is when companies pull and try to check your business credit, they're going to look for you on 411.com. So if you're not popping up, 1 or 2 things happen. Either 1, they deny you for credit, or 2, they give you a low amount. So a lot of times people are, that companies are offering them very little lines of credit. And it's like they can't understand why they can't get over. It's because you haven't registered your business on 411.com. This is the very first thing that has to happen to establish your business presence, right? All this is, and I learned this terminology from my man Adrian. It's about looking good on paper, right? Everything in America is about looking good on paper. When you go to get a home loan, what do they ask for? You fill out some paperwork. You're banking. You have to look good on paper. Car loan, look good on paper, right? This is no different. Your LLC has to look good on paper, or look good on the web, to be more exact, because they are they're gonna. I'm saying when they run your credit, everybody when they run your credit, they're gonna look for this. So when you have your articles of incorporation, your EIN number, which is free through the IRS, that's free. Business bank account, you could probably put $20 in there to open it up. Address, phone number, email, website. I got 7 now for some reason, but y'all get the point. Register all that on 411.com. That's the very first step. The next step is go to dnb.com. Dun & Bradstreet is what it's called, right? www.dnb.com, but it stands for Dun & Bradstreet. That's the at least for right now. I don't know if it's going to change or not in the future, but right now, that's like the hub for business credit. That's the that's what everybody looks to. That's what everybody looks to validate your business. Do you have a Dun & Bradstreet number? Do you have a DNB account? Now you already have an EIN number, and some people are like, well, why do I need it? Don't ask questions. Don't ask the questions. Just do it. The Dun & Bradstreet number. I don't know why they want it so bad, but over time I just realized everybody has one. Even people that try to get contracts through the federal government, they have to have a DNB number to even get a contract, or to get this stuff has to happen. You can't get work with the federal government as a contractor, as a business, and not have a DNB number. So you have to get that. A Dun & Bradstreet is free, right? Free to get the number. However, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for that number to get emailed to you. So this is a process of you waiting, because nothing else passes that I'm gonna say works without you having your DNB number, because that's the foundation, right? As I tell everybody, business credit is about patience, right? Typically, it's going to take about 90 to 120 days before you start to see anything report on your on your business credit. Why it take that long? Can't tell you. Can't tell you why. I have no idea. I have an idea in my brain. Just the roadblocks being so much. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If it was something where you can go to Walmart, go to Aisle 5, pick up business credit, everybody would have it. But then it wouldn't be as valuable. Then it wouldn't be as coveted, right? That's what it is. DNB number, free account. Once you get that back, once you get that email back, now Now you can start to build credit or correction. Now you can start getting trade lines, right? So what is a trade line? A trade line is it's like your personal credit. We have trade lines on our personal credit. So let me just say this: personal credit we use to TransUnion, Equifax, and Expedia. Sorry, I suck at that. TransUnion, Equifax, Expedia. Those are the three bureaus. Check me out, I can't talk. For our personal credit. When it comes to business credit, Dun & Bradstreet, right, replaces TransUnion, Equifax Business, and Experian, business. Those are the three that report for your business. But you have to have, again, Dun & Bradstreet. When you're adding trade lines, and all the trade line is like a company, right? So this is as simple as like AT&T, right? I got an AT&T. I'm talking on that right now. I got an AT&T iPhone. My AT&T iPhone, I got it under my business name. So by default, that's an instant trade line for me. That's instant. I have a T-Mobile business line. So, of course, instantly, now I have that's four. I got two trade lines. I have AT&T and I got T-Mobile. I was going to pay for them anyway. I was paying for AT&T for that matter. The fact that I put it under a business account, those now qualify as trade lines. And when you're building business credit, the number one thing you want to do, the number one rule of thumb, is you want to add 3 to 5 trade lines within the first 3 months. Sorry. You want to add 3 to 5 trade lines within the first 3 months. So I told y'all my first two, AT&T and AT&T, what I just say? AT&T, T-Mobile. For my first 2 trade lines, here's the point where I'm going to share my screen because I want to go to... there we go. Sweet. Let me X that out. And okay, so y'all can't see this on the Facebook, the Instagram, but I'm on Zoom live, sharing my screen. But definitely, actually I have deals coming. Y'all can't see that either. I got, like, in my line of work, people be throwing you deals all the time. I got a multi-unit deal that came through. Look at God. Anyway, so my first 2 trade lines, AT&T, T-Mobile. Like I said, you want to build 3 to 5 trade lines within your first 3 months, right? Again, everything you apply for, make sure you do it through your EIN. Those first 3 to 5, here's the cheat code, right? You want to apply for what they call Net 30 accounts. And what is a Net 30 account? Net 30 account are companies, are businesses where you can apply for credit. And what they do is that they, you order products and you go to checkout like regular. Instead of you going to credit, you go over to where it says invoice. You click invoice and you click submit. And then the company sends you the equipment, and then you get an invoice that you have to pay in 30 days. Hence Net 30, right? You have 30 days to pay your invoice. So I have a lot of posts on Instagram where I talk about, people like, I'm a boss. And the meme goes something like, if you're not paying invoices, that boss talk kind of got to put that in the box and table that, put that somewhere else. Because some people are paying invoices, which is a whole different perspective than anything else you're doing. When you get a invoice and have to pay that back, that's a real life. Having to pay investors, these are real perspectives, right? Net 30 is the easiest way for you to get approved with your business. Not with your personal. Again, you're building your business credit, right? So the one I love to do, I'm going to give y'all a couple of them. CrownOfficeSupplies.com. CrownOfficeSupplies.com is a Net 30 account. When you go on the website, the first thing it says on the top left corner is apply for business credit Net 30. So if you were to click that, and I'm gonna click it because I'm on I'm on the Zoom, so I can just show them what it looked like. It brings up the application for the Net 30 account. So again, your business information, legal name, mine's a Day Realty that I have this under, business address, website, EIN number, right? You gotta have an EIN number, DUNS number. DUNS number is a Dun and Bradstreet number. There again, when you're applying for credit, that DNB number, everybody will ask for it. Don't think you can skip the process and it's going to be all gravy for you. You have to follow. You got to follow. I won't say the rules, but you got to follow the formula, right? So your EIN number and your DUNS number. These are two separate numbers, but you have to have both of them. Your business phone number. Now, two things. Remember when I said you have to register your business on 411.com? This is where this stuff comes in at. So let's say I put my website, I put my address, I put my business name, I have my EIN, I have my DUNS number, and the phone number. I use a different number than what I used for 411.com. They're liable to deny my application for information not matching. Right? It's that important. That's why every step of the way, everything that I'm saying, you literally have to do it step by step, and you can't go to the next step until you finish the previous step. This is legitimately, this is the difference between you getting approved or you keep getting denied. Right? So you legitimately have to keep everything organized. Address and your phone number. People sometimes, that's my old phone number. You have to change it. If your number changed, you got to go to 411.com, go to your account, and then edit your information, right? Or if it changes your address, you got to go to the state site. I think in Maryland it's like .egov.org or something. I mean www.egov.org or something like that. Whatever it is, every state has a separate website for businesses, but that's the ultimate hub for your business, is whatever your state website is that you originally set it all up through. So again, back to the Net 30 account. Again, since I have a Net 30 account, I'm gonna go ahead and show an example of what it looks like when you actually, matter of fact, let me go ahead and show invoices. So again, the invoice part, right? The part about everybody want to be a boss. That's what it was. There's two separate means I'm talking about. The second one is everybody want to be a boss until it's time to pay the invoice, right? These are the invoices that I had to pay. $69, $209, $209, 69, and 85 for this particular company. Here's the cheat code. This is the part I would write down. Whenever you're ordering from a company that's reporting on your credit, you have to pay at least $50, but at least $49 on your order, or it won't report. So what am I saying? I'm saying if you order from this site, crownofficesupplies.com, and your order is only $45, and you process it, and they ship it to you, and you get your invoice, you basically did all that for nothing. Dun & Bradstreet doesn't report anything under $49 at all. Nothing. There isn't an exception to the rule. There isn't, your business is cooler than mine. There isn't, well, maybe this is a rule, right? So you have to have I say $50. $50 should be the bare minimum, the order you place. Because one, you want it to report. Two, I forgot this part. Only pick companies that report to DNB, to Dun & Bradstreet, to Equifax Business. Now, these Net 30 accounts tell you up front, they report, right? Every 30 to 45 days, they report. If it's a company that doesn't report to your credit, don't get it. I'm going to say that again. If there's a company you're applying for business credit, and you already know they don't reply to Dun & Bradstreet, they don't for Equifax Business, or the other one, I can't think of it right now. Don't even apply for it. Why would you do that? At that point, you're wasting time and you're wasting money, because again, you're applying and you're assuming you want to order. But if they don't even report to the company you're trying to build credit with, you're at that point, you're just wasting an opportunity. So the companies I'm gonna show today, they all report on DNB, Equifax, and I can see it. I just can't pronounce it right now. But the three of them, three business bureaus. So I'm gonna do an order through this site for those that can see on what is this, on Zoom, because I can, and more importantly because I can, but because I want to show the process of a net 30 process order, right? So I'm gonna get a hat. Everybody know I love my Scullies. I'm gonna get a Scully. I'm gonna drop that into the cart. And what else I'm going to do? I'm going to do, let me see, more accessories. Again, those that are looking at me on Instagram, I'm on a Zoom and I'm sharing my screen right now. So I'm trying to, that's not gonna work. I'm just ordering some stuff through this company because I want to do a live order just to show what it's like if you wanted to do a specific order with a company. Again, net 30 account. You have to spend $50. You have to spend $50. You can't pay lower. You can do higher, but it has to be a minimum of $50. I don't wear hats. Let me just do another shirt. I don't do hats too tough, but I'm gonna do let me do that joint right there. And extra large, check me out. And what they do normally, they keep a running total of your actual order. I had a Scully, which was 30. Ugh. So right now my total's at $49.98. I'm gonna order one more thing that bumps me over that $50 because I don't want any problems. What can I do? Let me do what? Let me do Kim's holiday. What else you got going on? Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, let me just get something random. Let me get something for the wife or not. All right, whatever. Let me get some Santa box cards. Who cares? So basically, this right here is taking me over $50. So now my total is going to be 58. What? 57. 57.98 is my total. 57.98. Now again, this is a net 30 account, so I'm showing how to process a net 30 order. It has to be above $50. So I got my Scully for 30. I got my T-shirt for 20, and some Santa stuff for 8 plus tax. Now we at 67.97. So I'm going to proceed to checkout. Right? I'm going to proceed to checkout. Billing details. This is me. That's my number. All right, good. So I'm doing it through my business, A Day Realty Group. A Day Realty Group is my company. So on the right side of the screen, we got credit card. I'm not doing that because I'm specifically doing a net 30, right? I'm doing a net 30. And it says an invoice will be delivered for the balance on your net 30 terms. What are your net 30 terms? In essence, pay it back in 30 days. Once the invoice gets sent out, pay it within 30 days. So I've agreed and I'm placing my order. Again, that's a specific part on the payment. Net 30. They should process the email, order received. I got an order number. I got an email that's going to come to me within 5 seconds. Payment type, net 30. Look at God. I didn't come out of pocket. I didn't put my credit card on file. I leverage my business credit, right? So this company is called Crown Office Supplies, right? Again, so those that are looking on Zoom, I'm going to do another one. Quill Quill, Quill.com. Quill.com. Quill.com is another Net 30 account. Same concept. When you get approved, you have to spend $50 before it reports on your credit. I like Quill because they have more stuff that I would like. I'm a gadget person, so I can get my gadgets off. I can get my gadgets off through Quill.com. Chromebook. People that know me know I love my Chromebook. I can't stand Windows. I can't stand Windows is the devil's creation. So I'm not going to order it, but I'm going to do an example. Again, this Chromebook is $234. This is a separate website. Quill.com. So I can put that. Wait, I'm going to put that into my cart. It's too much sugar. It's liquid diabetes. All right, sorry about that. And I'm gonna view my cart because I think I already have one in there. Yeah. So let me remove this. All right, let me remove that. Again, with Quill, 2 to 5 business days, 3 to 6 business days. The shipping is all the same. What I wanna let y'all understand is the point of these Net 30 proceed to checkout is the fact that you can, where we at? Invoice my account, right? On the right side of the screen. Invoice my account. So they're literally going to send me an invoice and they're going to ship me out the equipment and I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not swiping my card. I'm not doing any of the sort. I'm leveraging my company to get equipment. Now, I have to pay it back. It's not free stuff. It's Christmas time, but it's not Christmas time. You have to pay the stuff back. They're going to send you an invoice in the mail, or via email. And here's the key about the business credit part. The key is to pay before 15 days left on the invoice. So what's today? Today's the 20th. So let's say hypothetically, the equipment that I just did is due on January 20th. So I need to pay this invoice before January 5th. Because when you pay 15 days before the invoice due date, it boosts up your credit profile. Because again, we're building business credit. We're building business credit, right? We don't have it. We're building it. So what I say, so I'm at the rule of thumb is to have 3 to 5 trade lines, and when you begin. So with myself, I said I have a business account with AT&T, 1, business account with T-Mobile, 2, Quill, 3, Office Supply, 4. There's another company, what is it called? Shirtsy. I think I always pronounce that wrong. Like these companies are like, and this one right here is a t-shirt branding or a custom t-shirt company. And these are for people that like, you have a t-shirt business. Why are you using your own money to fund your t-shirt business? There's literally a company, Shirtsy, Shirtsy.com for those that's taking notes. Shirtsy.com is a Net 30 account. I haven't ordered from them yet, but I have my account created and I had to pay $99 to activate it. With business credit, a lot of times there may be an activation fee. That activation fee gets processed for your business like a payment. So your very first, you know what I'm saying, you have to build your business credit through Dun & Bradstreet. The beautiful thing about these companies is when you pay your $99 fee to get your account started, they process that like a payment for them. So you come in the game with good business credit, or at least with a good payment history, with a good payment, right? Shirtsy and Office Supply, those 2 companies have an activation fee. But after you pay the activation fee, they gave me $3,500 line of credit. So if I was a t-shirt designer, I would just design my t-shirts through Shirtsy, leverage that $3,500, have them ship all that stuff to me. I would do it all at one time. Well, maybe I wouldn't because I'm more responsible than that. Maybe I'll do half of it. Maybe I'll do 1,500 of t-shirts. I would design them. I would Net 30 it, right? They send me an invoice. They ship me the product. I would get the product and I would sell it at Facebook, at Instagram. I'd be out, like I would sell the product and I would pay back the invoice with the profits. But see how I didn't swipe my card, not one time. I'm not coming out of pocket for this stuff. Again, there's a lot of companies that you can net 30 where you can have a business design around this industry. This is a t-shirt. Again, I don't do that. So I created my account for the trade line, but I don't have a company that does this. So I wasn't in a rush, to have my name on a shirt. I don't get paid for that. I get paid for real estate. But the point is, so I got AT&T, 1, T-Mobile, which is 2, Quill, Office Supply, 3, Shirtsy, which is 4. And I'm going to show you one more. Well, y'all can't see, but I'm going to talk about one more. The next one is Nav. Nav. And this is for the people that are into the business financing. This is the part where everybody came for, right? How do I do business financing? Nav.com. Nav.com is the plug for business financing, right? So Nav is free. Side note. You can get a free Nav account, and it basically will keep all your business information in one place for you. So I have an Nav account because I'm building business credit, right? That's how all this stuff works. As soon as I log into my Nav account, y'all can't see it on Instagram, but I can see it right here. 3 alerts. One of my I read it earlier today, so I just kept it there. But it says a high credit amount on your trade lines has increased. So what does that mean in layman's terms? That means something that's reporting on my trade lines, they upped my business credit amount. Like they upped my line of credit, where maybe it was like 500, right? They upped it to something more. It doesn't show me. I have to go into it. But the point is, when you're in Nav is like the back office for all this stuff. It's the back office for all this stuff. And again, for those that are on Zoom, COVID relief funds. It's the second thing. I didn't do it on Facebook, but I had an Instagram post and I was talking about people leaving money on the table with the SBA. What's the SBA? The Small Business Association, right? SBA. So the PPP loans, more as the hood calls them, right? The PPP loans, right? Everybody don't know about the PPP loans. And if you didn't know about them, a lot of people now are getting caught up because they were like scamming the system, getting the money and then buying not business stuff, but like buying cars and buying jewelry. What I always say, whenever you're building business credit and whenever you get a business line of credit, this is for your business, right? I know that should be common sense, the most remedial part of this process, but there's people that's about to go to jail for PPP fraud. So, and maybe they did know that, maybe they didn't know that, I don't know. But the point is, what I do know is that they received the funds and they spent it. they spent it. And it wasn't on business stuff. But my point for saying that was that they got it because it was easy to get. It was giving it out. When I tell you I didn't get a stimulus check, I didn't, right? But what I could have got was a PPP loan. That's what I could have got. I didn't get it because I didn't want that problem. And again, I leveraged my business a different way to get funding. But I got approved for about $12,000. And it looked good to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. When it said 12,500 that you're approved for, I could have hit submit and I could have continue my banking, enter, and I would have got that within maybe 3 weeks. So again, but even that, bump that, what was it, $1,200 for the stimulus check. I could have got 12,000 for SBA. And again, I'm a career C- math student. 12,000 is bigger than 1,200, right? So I'm not looking to survive in the world where everybody's trying to get that 1,200. I'm trying to go on this side of the game where I can get 12,000. And they were giving it out. Like, when I say giving it out, they were giving it out. And I can't stress how much they were giving out these PPP loans. My point for saying all this is Nav, you literally had, people didn't know how to get it. If people who had Nav could have clicked on that and literally went through the process, processed that application and waited 2 weeks and got the money into your business account. Like, all because you have your NAV account already set up for you, because you already have, or all your financials inside of your NAV account. Again, for a business, for an LLC specifically, if you don't have a NAV account, I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing out here. Business funding. Here's the fun part, because now we're going to the money. Check me out. Business financing. Business financing is so for me, so again, green is good, red is not good. Green is you're approved for people that can see on Zoom. Red is you don't what does it say? Let me go back to it. Red says no match. So either it's a good match or it's a bad match. I've already pulled funding twice for my business. So the stuff that they're offering me, I'm not going to take. Example, Rapid Financing is offering me up to $600,000. Y'all can't see it on Zoom, but I'm looking at it right here. But the APR is 70%. And I'm not even going to do the math on that to see how much I would have to pay in interest if I was to pull money from this company with that interest rate. And they want their money back within 12 months. Oh, excuse me. 70% is where it starts at. And all the way up to 250% APR. So this isn't a good company for me, for where I'm at. Again, the company's not the problem. The problem is I already have leverage to loan amounts. So I'm not getting the good funding like I was the first time. I'm getting the nonsense funding. I'm not going to do that. But the point is, let's say I had a deal in real estate, because I do real estate. For those that don't know, I do investing. Let's say I had a deal. Like I said, there was a multi-unit deal that came down as I was speaking. So I have to call this person back once I get off the Zoom. So let's say I wanted to get in on this 20-unit deal. I could leverage that $600,000. I could, and I could treat it like a hard money loan. And what does that mean? Those that are familiar or not familiar with a hard money loan. Hard money loans are lenders that will offer you lines of credit with high interest and a short window to pay it back. And then if you don't pay it back, these are big hits you got to take. But they approve you more times than not, right? More times than not, they give you funding. Bad credit, good credit, no credit. No credit, probably not. But with bad or good credit, they'll get you a loan. This right here is that mindset. So if the deal that I look at is that good, I still won't do it. But hypothetically, if the deal was that good and I wanted to leverage and get into it, I may pull it. I may pull it just to get into it, because I have access to it. At this point, again, this part of the process is about what what your business goal is. NAV is free, but if you pay for the premium, they report payments. That's what I pay for. I pay $49 a month. So you're right. Yep. They report to all three. That was going into my next point was NAV is my fifth or sixth, whatever number I'm on. My sixth trade line. And all I'm doing is paying for the monthly fee. And I'm paying for the monthly fee to be able to even see if I can get approved. It's like I'm leveraging. I would be there anyway looking for funding. So in my mind, why not use it to get actual access? This company here, credibly, this company is for my first 2 loans are through. So y'all can't see that. Again, when I'm talking to people about business funding, a lot of times people are like, is it Bank of America? Is it Wells Fargo? And I'm like, no, it's these are lending companies that specify in lending for small businesses. This is what they do. Like, this is credibly, Rapid Fire, On Deck, Bluevine. Bluevine was one of the companies that was providing the SBA loans for people that don't know, right? So this company is used by the government as an FYI, right? So these companies are reputable companies in the business world that you might not find in your town with an actual storefront. So I don't use Bank of America, Navy Federal, whatever. I can't think of because I don't even use them. But business funding, again, SBA loan, Small Business Association loan. This isn't the PPP, but this is the small business loan. Long-term loan, short-term loan. You can literally find funding for any, I don't know what your business is. I know what mine is. Mine's real estate. Mine's investing. And this is, part 2 or 3 of how I use this stuff. Again, self-funding. So I don't need, and this is the part, it's not even arrogant, but it's the truth. When you can self-fund yourself, you don't need anybody else. Like I don't need nobody. I don't want to include anybody unless I want to include somebody, if that make any sense. Like before, when you need funding for your business, sometimes you're like, you almost overextend, people. Like, oh man, it's a great deal, man, come on in. But you're doing that because you need the funding, right? Or you need the money to finance something. When you can pull money from your own business and use it for your own business, I got it. It's all right. It's all in-house, right? I don't have to split no equity with nobody. That's the biggest thing with me. A lot of times, again, with my posts, it's about equity, right? Not splitting equity with the man, right? Or at least getting equity, right? Because if all you have is a job, you don't have any equity. That somebody owns a company that you work for and they pay you a check. So at that point, you're trading your hours for money, right? But you'll never have a piece of that company as long as it's structured that way. So you have to go out and create your hub, which goes back to my original statement of every family should have a business of some type of LLC. I don't care if it's a small business. Well, all of them small business, but I'm talking about a t-shirt business, lemonade, network marketing business, real estate. Doesn't matter what you do, but I believe every family should have something to that family. And when every family does, now you have a vested equity, right? So for me, I vested interest in my company, A Day Realty Group. I own that. That's me. I mean, it's more than me, but it's me, right? I'm building that for a purpose. For those watching on Instagram, I got 40 Acre Legacy. That's an LLC. I own that. I have what I got. I got Glenmont Venture Capital. I own that. That's me. I got Williams. What is it? Williams Invest in Realty. Like I got 4 different entities that I own. It's me. These are my hubs. Again, why am I saying that? Not saying everybody should go out and have 4 or 5 LLCs. Because if you don't know how to manage one, you having 4 is not going to be no bit of difference. But when you understand how to leverage that one, then by all means add to it. Being able to buy stuff within the LLC by leveraging funds, getting the property. I have 2 apartment complexes. I got one down in Memphis, and I got one in Alabama. I got 2. I'm working on the 3rd one. I'm working on the 3rd one in DC. So I have 2 right now. They're in a trust fund. Check me out, right? That they were purchased using business credit, and they were transferred into a trust. So why are they transferred into a trust, Sean? Because that's one way I know for sure, no matter what happens to me, my trust, my estate, my account will always be able to eat off that. What's up, Ted? Hold on. What's up, bro?
Yo, what up, killer?
What's up? I'm still on the Zoom.
Are you still on the Zoom?
Give me 5 minutes. I'm about to wrap up. All right. Yeah. So again, put them leverage them through the business, put them into a trust. If something happens to me, my estate still moves like everything is fine. My wife is still good. My sister is still good. My nephews, everybody is still good if something happens to me because they've been moved into a trust. So every single month, the rent payments, because again, I believe that's why I'm big into multi-units. I believe everyone needs somewhere to stay. That's how this works. I didn't make it up. It's not my rule. None of this stuff works again. Oh, the trust. I got you, bro. So the trust. So basically, on the foundational step, everybody should have an insurance policy, right? Everybody should have that much. Something happens to you, family gets the insurance policy. In essence, right? Everything's all good. My father just passed away. He had an insurance policy. His funeral expenses, in essence, were covered through the insurance policy, right? That's so then I receive the remaining amount and the payout. That's how that it works, right? Moving forward, when I receive that money and I invest, like I had a post about that. I'm gonna get the money and I'm gonna put it into a business and I'm gonna buy a multi-unit. When I acquire that multi-unit into my business name, I have a will, but wills are contestable. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you have a will, especially in the state of Maryland, in DC, I don't know about Virginia, but definitely Maryland and DC. If you have a will, a will can be contested. How do I know that? Because before COVID, part of my investing strategy was to go to probate court in Baltimore, and I was to sit there and I would listen to families come to probate court. Somebody passed away. Somebody had a will, probably, big mama or granddad, even mama, pop, right? Somebody had a will. And I'm sitting in court and I'm watching the family on one side who has the will and, whoever else on this side that said, well, Uncle Johnny told me he was going to leave me the house. No paperwork, nothing notarized, just like he said it. And because he said it, in Maryland specifically, they have to go to court. There has to be a legit judge called it's probate court. And the judge has to sift through this case and decide on who gets the assets, meaning the houses, meaning the bank account, meaning the car, like whatever's the value of that estate, right? So when I'm looking at that showed me that, man, even if I have a will, if I don't have a trust fund set up, then anybody can come say what Sean said. He was going to give me the apartment building. And by default, my wife has to go to court and sit on the other side of somebody lying to her and lying to the judge about what I told them about me giving them the apartment building. But here's the part this is the important part. Because, and I've seen 80% of the time, the judge goes with the person with the will. But I've seen 4 times where it was 3 he's and 1 she. I won't ever forget it. Where he ruled for the other person coming in. So somebody came in with no paperwork and walked away with all the assets. And the family looking like watching them walk out the courtroom and they're stuck. So when you have a trust fund, that's why the term trust fund babies, right? A lot of times it's like white folks, right? Trust fund baby. That's why in my Instagram stuff, I believe in us creating, I say black trust fund babies, or just saying trust funds in general, right? Getting used to saying we have trust funds built. When you create a trust fund, nobody can contest the trust fund or the trust. Nobody can. It's not contestable in nobody's court. Whatever's in my trust is going to go to my wife no matter what, because she's next in line. It's like I write out. I legitimately write out the trust order. So it's me, it's my wife, it's my nephew, in that order, right? So if something happened to me, she's straight. If something happened to me and her, he takes over. The estate is going in order to whoever I want it to go to. Now, granted, he being my nephew, he would have to go update it, right? At some point when he's whenever he decides to, he would have to go in and put somebody else on it, maybe his son, my great nephew, or whoever. But the point is, those can't be contested. And this is a lot of wealth being stolen through the legal system. And I just want, again, even down to us getting, what's that thing called? Insurance, right? Insurance policies, because a lot of wealth is being stolen in our community through death, with no insurance, and through college. But That's for another Zoom. That's for another video. So we have to protect what we build. We have to protect that. This is my perspective. I'm just a guy talking. So again, this back to NAV. This is the end of what I was talking about. Everything that I've said step by step is literally how you build the beginning parts of business credit. Now, the part that I'm on now, I got 6 trade lines. So right now, I can go into Best Buy and I can get a line of credit through Best Buy. Why is that important? Or Walmart, Sam's Club, Lexus, Ford. I can get a car with that. Because, again, you're leveraging your business to be able to get stuff through that. Walmart has a Dun & Bradstreet number. Best Buy has a Dun & Bradstreet number. Don't think for once when you go to Walmart and you walk down them aisles, the food aisle and electronic aisle, and even like the where the deodorant. All those, exactly. A trade line is a credit line in essence. Same definition, but it's different. One's consumer and one's corporate. But don't think for a minute Walmart doesn't leverage their trade line, their line of credit with Samsung. With I can't think of nobody in the food section because I don't really shop there. But anyway, all those companies, they have trade lines and they leverage the trade lines to get inventory. They stock the shelves with inventory. They stock the stores with inventory. We buy it. They get the revenue and they pay back the debt. That's how all this stuff works. Best Buy, they have trade lines with Windows, with Amazon, with Google, with Apple, with Panasonic, with whoever are their vendors. They're using their business credit to get the equipment in the store. We come in and buy the stuff, right? Swiping our card. They use our revenue to pay back the debt to the companies. That's all I'm doing here. So once I learned my business is the same thing as Best Buy, crazy out loud, right? To say it out loud, because Best Buy is like, a multi-billion-dollar company. But my point for saying that is understanding that my company is the foundation of it is the exact same as them. Is my point. So if I don't get into the financial part of it, but get into the back end part of it, me getting trade lines, me having a trade line through Best Buy, having a trade line through Staples, me having a trade line through Ford, right? Me having a trade line through, like I was saying before, my man Ted. Everybody who's selling PS4s, who makes the PS4? Sony. Sony makes the PS4. Understand that you can get a line of credit through Sony, and you can be a vendor for Sony. They'll offer. I know somebody that got $25,000 worth of Sony credit, and he used that business credit to get 200 PS5s shipped in. So not only did he use the business for business credit, now he's paying wholesale prices. Because keep in mind, when you're going to Best Buy, you're going to Walmart, you're not paying wholesale price. You're paying retail. That's how this works, right? You're paying retail. And even if it's worth maybe 1.5 times retail price, imagine if you were paying wholesale. Imagine if you were getting a PS5 for $350, which is the going rate, $340, $350 for a PS5 wholesale price, right? And imagine Sony ships you 200 of them on credit. That's right. You didn't pay no money. You ain't go to nobody's line. You didn't go in the code. They ship it to your house, right? So now you have it at a $350 price point for you, and it's still worth, I don't know what it's worth. I know it's selling for more, right? People were selling it for $750 for $1,000, right? So now you're literally, getting all that profit, and then when you're getting it in, now you can start paying your debt back, and you can still leverage more credit the whole time. This is how all this stuff works. It don't matter what industry you in. The point about business credit remains the same, right? Next year I'm gonna do another venture capital company. But here's something new I'm gonna do. My man Carlin know. I'm gonna do not a record label, but I'm doing a production company. And I'm doing the same thing I've been doing with real estate. I'm gonna leverage it. I'm gonna get business credit. I'm gonna pull money from it. I'm gonna have money. I'm gonna have 50 to 100,000 in the account. I'm gonna be able to sign people. I don't believe in owning nobody's masters, but maybe do a half and half pub deal. Marketing money to put their stuff on, on the platforms, profit splits, and keep going. Right? This is not using my money. I'm not asking for a handout. And again, I'm partnering with people. So now the people that I'm partnering with, we got a studio on the business, right? It's paying for itself. Cause like I told my wife, no matter what you're in the real estate game. People think not Walmart. People think, and I'll wrap up. People think McDonald's is in the burger game, right? Because they sell burgers and Big Macs and this and that. McDonald's is in the real estate game. Because check out what McDonald's does. McDonald's put their stores on only the best corners. That's how they always been. So what does that mean, Sean? That means they're not in the burger game. They're in the real estate game. 82% of their profits are from their real estate holdings. McDonald's, like the Golden Arches. 18% is from product. The burgers, the nuggets, the fries, the this. It can't be from the ice cream machine because it's always broke. But the point is, like, 18% is from the actual products in McDonald's. 82% of McDonald's profits is from their real estate. Why am I saying that? I'm saying it because when I get my publishing company, we're going to buy a building with that, right? So I'm gonna own a building in the company's name. I'm gonna leverage the building and I'm gonna rent it out as an office space to people. I'm gonna have a studio, so I'm gonna rent out studio time. I'm gonna rent out office space. So in essence, people are gonna pay for the mortgage on my property, but I own it through the publishing company's name, and I'm able to pull more. I'm able to pull more funding through that. Like all this stuff, it don't matter what industry you want to go in. The idea of building business credit and then being able to leverage it for your own operation is the exact same. And again, once you don't have to bring nobody else in, you save equity. And people that know me, I'm into equity. You can keep the equality. You can keep the fairness. I've grown to accept it's not going to be fair, right? The world we live in is not fair. Now, once you understand that, you're not chasing fairness, right? You're not chasing that because you already know, right? That's not going to be fair. My skin complexion let me know I already got several, ways to go before I can get to fair. They're not trying to help me out, us, but me specifically, right? So I can't look for them for the fairness. I got to create it. So once you understand that game, now it's like, well, how do I create it? I could bring people in that got money, but I got to give them equity in my company because they understand equity. I'm late to the game. I tell everybody that I'm 38 years old. I just learned this 3 years ago, 35. So 3 years is going on me with this campaign of, a business credit and business, blah, blah, blah. But like, so I spent all those years of not knowing that, of not understanding equity and me trying to get equality. I fund my own deals. So what does that mean? 100% ownership is through me and my partners. Me and whoever else. It's not me with 60% and the investor with 40%, which isn't bad per se. I would always say never give up more than half of your company if you're trying to get funding. But again, I'd rather self-fund it. And if I choose to bring somebody in, I can negotiate and control the equity that I give off because I don't need them. I'm doing it because they bring a skill set to the table, but I don't need them for the money part of it. A lot of times in our community, we make moves because we need stuff from people, and they know that. So they're leveraging our, I'm gonna say, ignorance in whatever we're getting into, and the paperwork is more on their side. I'm into giving us the information so we can always know what we're doing. And when we sign a contract, it's more focused on ourselves and our families. That's where I want the equity to be. Me and my wife, me and my man, me and fill in the blank. Never me and some outside person that never knew me past like That's not what I want to do. 18%, yeah, 18% is from the product. They in the real estate business, like Walmart, Walmart, same thing, right? Especially up north, and Maryland, we count for that, but really like Philly and up, and out west. Down south is different. Down south, they rent out, right? They rent out the actual building down south. This is people that took my class. They're not talking about my next goal for 2021 is to buy a commercial lot. Meaning, if y'all familiar with like places like Walgreens, CVS, places that have a standalone farm, company like that. Those companies sign 15-year leases for those, right? So if you own that, if you own that land and you get a Walgreens or you get a CVS to sign for 15 years at $15,000 a month, again, I'm a lifetime C minus student, right? But I know that's going to add up. And even if you take away 20% for operating costs, right? You still $9,000 a month profit. A month. $9,000 a month. So that's like, again, it's going into an account. It's going into a trust in essence. But the main point is because I own the LLC, well, I ain't got the car here, but I got the bank, I got the card. I got the articles of incorporation. I got the logins. Like I'm controlling the cash flow. So if controlling the cash flow is very important in my mind, right? So I believe in us being able to learn how to do that. And once we're able to control the cash flow, then we're able to, to monetize some things down the road. But like, again, everything I talk about is about control, is about ownership, is about equity. None of this stuff matters if you can't afford it. So what I get now in my inbox is people like, hey man, I saw your post. Do you invest in this? Maybe. I talk to them and they give me the full rundown. I like it. But I'm going to have to take 50% of this. And I hate saying that. But because it's not, when you become on the investing side and people are offering, it's like watching Shark Tank for that matter. Those who's not familiar with this side of the game, watch Shark Tank. I think it's on CNBC if I'm not mistaken. They should be running marathons today, matter of fact. Shark Tank will literally give you a snapshot as to what it looks like when you're on the other side of the game. People that come in need funding. What I'm talking about is self-funding. Imagine if they didn't need Shark Tank. Granted, maybe like Mark Cuban for some basketball stuff, or maybe like, Lori for maybe the QVC stuff. That makes sense. But like typically, if you can fund your own deal and keep your own equity and grow your company that way, who wouldn't do that? That's why this information for me is so important to share, because it's enabled me to get my own stuff under control. So when I start more companies, I'm financing myself. All of it. And through NAV, I got 4 companies now. So let me go back to that very top, because there was one I might do. Not that one, but this one right here, 400,000. 400,000 for 1.3% APR, right? And you get up to 18 months to pay it back. Y'all can't see it, but it's right here. That's similar to my other 2 loans that I got going on right now. So I can pull up to 400,000. I'm looking at it right here. Like stuff like that. Now, just that 400,000 times that by 4. No matter of fact, let me whatever. Let me go ahead and remix it out with the Chromebook. So let me do I got 4 LLCs. So let me see. Hypothetically, if I was to pull 400,000 from each company that I have, which is 4, I would have access to $1.6 million in 24 hours. I'm gonna say that again because I don't even understand if y'all don't know the power of that. I have 4 LLCs separate from each other. 4 separate ones. I'm building each profile separately. And there's one I'm looking at right now through Credibly, and the max amount is 400,000 max at 1.3%. So if all 4 of my companies, if I pulled that 400,000 from each 4, then I would have 1.4 million in 24 to 48 hours. And then I would be able to leverage that 1.6, what is it? 1.6. I would have 1.6 million to be able to leverage that into buying my commercial properties. I want to buy a gym, a basketball gym, right? Because I want to retire and be a coach, right? Coach kids. So I want to have my own gym though. I can buy my gym. I can buy more property. I can buy into, check me out. I can partner with somebody else who has a deal, and I can buy into a multi-unit with $1 million and keep 600,000 for myself. I already found a gym in PG County. They want 120,000 for. I got my gym, I got my multi-unit, and I still have about 400,000 to play with, right? I can keep it for reserve. I can put it in the stock market, buy Tesla stock, Amazon stock, maybe crypto, right? But the point is, I'm funding this myself. This is me. I don't need nobody for this. I'm not going to the bank because I'm going like this. I'm going with my Scully. I'm going with my sweatpants, and they're gonna tell me no. They're gonna tell me no because I'm not conforming to this. This is the gift and the curse for my foolish mindset. But the point of me doing this is because, one, I don't like, I hate change, but I can, if I can do it like this, you can do it like whatever you like. There is no, like, my man always like, Ricky, like, man, why are you always pushing back from the system? I don't know no other way. I don't know no other way. I want to play, but they don't want me to play with them. So I don't want to play no more. So I'm doing it my way. I can self-fund. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. I don't have to put the tie on. And, man, can you go ahead and leave me alone for 3 months. Give me three to 4 months. I'm getting it. I get it myself. I'll probably go, as I call, I'm going to go dark, or I'm going to be quiet starting January to March of 2021. And I'm going to do it for 2 more businesses that I create. My father, like I said, my father got the flag right there. My father passed away. And instead of me getting a tattoo for him, I'm going to get a business. Because once you understand liability and asset, I can get the tattoo, but that becomes a $400 liability. Or I can start a business in his honor, in his name, and build it for 4 months, and then go out and acquire properties. And that can be something for a lifetime to be able to represent him and my Williams side of my family. The tattoo, and still get that if I want to, summertime, you know. But instead of me buying the liability, I'd rather go ahead and build the company in his name. I'm already getting the insurance money, so I'm gonna get the insurance money. I'm gonna throw it in the business account, and I'm gonna buy a multi-unit from day one. Now we rolling from day two. Day two forward, cash flow, rent payments for the rest of my life. So if something happened to me, my wife, something happened to her, my nephew, like, again, the trust fund, right? It's the same foundation. You just do it multiple times. That's all. This game it's not hard. It's just you gotta be consistent. You know, you gotta be strategic and consistent. Those that are strategic and consistent, you know, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But I'm gonna end it because I probably went longer than I wanted to go on that Zoom. Anybody got any questions? Anyone got? Let me start recording because I can't even post that. It's all good. Before I log out, anyone got any questions? Yep, 1.3%. 1.3%. Super low. Super low. Yeah. Again, it's about finding the right package that fits your business plan. So, there is no right or wrong answer as much as it is whatever's going to help you build out whatever you want to build out. Like I said, top of the year, I'm getting into music. I don't rap. I'm a businessman. I don't rap. I know how to build business. That's my strategy. I can't produce. I can't rap. Right? That ain't my calling. My calling is building the structure. The business credit loan lenders. Sorry. Credibly, is one of them. Credibly. That's I have 2 loans right now through them. That's the ones that have that low APR, the 1.3 popping. Rapid Finance, they offer you large amounts. The APR is so sometimes, but Rapid Finance is company number 2. Blue Vine, BL. Well, you know I spell blue. BLUE Vine. Which one? Small Biz. That's a good one for businesses. And New Tech. So those 5. New Tech, NEWTEK. One Small Biz. Smart. Sorry. SMARTBIZ. That's number 2. Blue Vine, BLUEVINE. 3. Credibly. What was that? That was CREDIBLY. And Rapid Finance is the 5th one. There's more, but those are the ones I'm looking at right now. That's in my account. The Nav account. Again, the Nav account's free. But when you have a business, when you're building business credit, if you pay for their monthly, they'll give you a free trade line. So, I got the free trade line. Again, it's about building trade lines. What I'm doing is like, I got a Ford F-150. I got a Ford F-150 in my checkout. I built it. It's a Raptor, black and red, gang member, right? Gang member red. I'm gonna get it on my business credit. So Ford's gonna extend me $40,000 worth of credit, and as long as my truck costs under that, that's the money right there. I pay back the financing company through I pay that back. But that's the beautiful part about the business. You can use all the credit, and you know how personal they have what is it called? Utilization fee or rate, right? If they give you 20,000, you can't use up to whatever. With business, it's different. You can use all of it, and it not affect you. And you can pay the minimum for 20 years, and your credit go up. With business, you can use all the money, take 20 years to pay it back, and you good. You're literally good to go. As long, again, I recommend us making sure we have money coming in. Let's not just do it just to do it. But yeah, man, that's how you leverage this stuff, man. The wrong amount. Hey, yeah, that's what's up. I would have figured it out. It's all good. The steps for writing DUNS. That's earlier in the video. The DUNS number. Basically, the DUNS number, the DNB, DNB.com, Dun and Bradstreet. Apply for the actual number. That's free. That should be about 2 to 3 weeks to get that number back. And that's what you have to have, right, in place before you start to add these trade lines on. Because if you add the trade lines with no DNB account, none of it matters. None of it's tracking. None of it will lead to anything, right? So you have to have the DNB number. Before that, you have to, if you got your business, your EIN, your address, number, company number, address, website, business email, you have to go to 411.com. You have to register everything on 411.com, and that's free to do. But that's because when you start to apply for credit, the companies will look for that. And if they don't see your business on 411.com, they'll either deny you for credit, or they'll give you a smaller amount. So they'll either give you a low amount for the actual, the loan, or for whatever you're looking for, or they won't approve you at all. And literally people skip over that step and don't understand why they're not getting as much as they could be. Because it's literally a process of all this stuff. Let me see, I'm not going crazy. Yeah, gang member red. I'm specific about my color. Gang member red. I got the Tesla coming. The red Tesla coming. It should be here in 2 weeks. I'm gonna rent this stuff out. This part what? My next business is renting cars. So I may or may not rent the Ford, but the Tesla and the Camry and Sonata and like those are getting rented, and they're going to pay for themselves. They're going to pay for themselves, and I'm gonna have access to them still, but they're going to make me money. They're going to cash flow for me. Tesla should be about $1,200 a month for the Tesla fee, not the fee, the monthly. But if I put it on the site called Turo, Turo.com, it's going to make me $2,800 a month net, and it's only going to have to rent 80% of the month. 80% of the month is going to cash flow me $2,800 on that Tesla. So why wouldn't I do that, right? So I'm getting a rental car company, and I'm collecting cars, but I'm not trying to just like hold them. I'm renting them on different sites. I'm not, different from Hertz, different from Avis, different from, I can't think of the other one in my head with the E, Enterprise. I'm creating a structure. Each car has a different worth on different sites. So I'm putting the car on the proper site to get the proper, maximum uses out of it. So in essence, they're going to pay for themselves. Everything this going to do is just going to pay for themselves. So, yeah, again, this is about financing the business, but I'm a believer in getting multiple businesses. Why not? Right? Why not? So again, I can put anybody, my venture capital company. Check me out. Glenmont Venture Capital. Where I'm from Glenmont. Let's do it. I own it. Do what I want to do, right? I can name it what I want to name it. But here's the more important part. To get into venture capital, you have to go to college. You got to have an MBA, and you got to start on the base level for a company and work your way up, right? For me, I'm impatient. I'm impatient. What I'm doing about it. So I say, why don't I just create the company? Why don't I get the high net worth people and the high income people and put them into a group, and then we start the capital, and then I run it. Right? That my mind is owning everything, figuring out how to get into that ownership place. Right? That's what I believe we all should be doing. Again, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. So I don't know much of anything. I just know what I know. And again, it's about self-educating. This book just popped out. What is this? Think and Grow Rich. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. For those that are still watching, if you're still watching, and I have a PDF of Cash Flow Quadrant. So if anybody wants a PDF of that book, let me know, and I'll email you a PDF of Robert Kiyosaki's not Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. And Cash Flow Quadrant is the one that talks about liability versus an asset, the different quadrants: employee, self-employed, business owner, investor, and what it looks like to go between all of the quadrants. And Rich Dad Poor. I don't have Rich Dad Poor Dad in PDF form, but like those books, are the ones that catapulted my brain to start figuring stuff out, realizing that I can do it as long as Maryland don't close, and I can start a business. Like it might be I might not be able to go inside, but if I can go online to the website www. egov.maryland or something. As long as I can go to the actual site and start a business and get my articles of incorporation in 2 weeks, I can do the rest. I can do all the rest. So, anyway, let me stop holding y'all up. Any more questions before I dip? Can't find my top. The business number first. Can you say one more time? The business number. What number? The business number first. Which number? I'll say it, but which number you talking about? Of course, but let me answer you that question though. Which number you talking about? Let me see. Okay, they still on. Sweet. Yeah, I think I recorded for too long. The business number, the end done, the Dun and Bradstreet number. The is www.dnb.com for Dun and Bradstreet. dnb.com, and yeah, that's what you want to get first, and that's free. They're gonna promote to something where you can pay a monthly fee. Don't do it. The EIN number, the employer identification, EIN, yeah, employer identification number. The EIN is free through the IRS.gov, which is the website, the IRS's website. So they'll give you that for free. And then once you have the EIN number, everything that you do, everything you apply for, I don't know why I look at my neck, sorry. Everything you apply for, do it through the actual EIN number. So that, you apply for credit and they ask for your name and your address and your social, and stop giving your social. Start giving your EIN number. Start doing your business name, address, EIN number. And if they keep asking for your social, call customer service and let them know you're trying to run it as a business and you want them to override that. So a lot of times they won't do it online. It's going to default to social, but you can always call customer service and make them run your credit application. They have to do it legally. They can't tell you no. Yeah, they can't tell you no for that. So yeah. And you can rent an apartment with your business. You just got to ask for a corporate lease with the apartment company. You can ask for a corporate lease, pay your rent the same way you would pay it on a regular basis, right? But this time, once you have your corporate lease, now you can upload your corporate lease to there's a site, and whoever wants to do that, let me know, and I'll let you know. But you can upload that information, and then that becomes a trade line. So now you're paying your rent. It could be for your office space. It could be for your rent for you actually to live. But now you're paying your rent through your business, and that's qualifying as a trade line on your credit. So as long as you're paying it on time, that's another positive trade line for your credit. Like, there's so many ways to add trade lines to your account. And again, the more people like, why, what's the most you can have? I don't know, because I believe Best Buy and Walmart has about 100 trade lines. So I don't know what the max is, but the point is, the more you have, the more reputable you will be for lenders. And the more reputable you are for lenders, the more they'll lend you. Like that actual amount will be a lot. And then, the more on-time payments, the more of an amount they'll trust you with, and a lower APR and a higher space to pay back. So that's the benefit. Like, imagine what type of credit Walmart can get right now, or Best Buy. Imagine what type of credit Best Buy can pull if they wanted to, and who they can pull it for. Like that. That's where I want to be, right? Not saying I want that many trade lines, but the point is, like, I want to be able to apply for something online, and then they throw money at me, and I can say no, and then they can call me and say, Mr. Williams, I really feel like I've had them calls come through too, where I was filling stuff out and they have tracking on the websites and I didn't finish it, and somebody calls me from the company and said, we saw you were filling out the application and you stopped. And I said, yeah, I got to the point where it said the APR, and I don't want 7, it's too much for me. Well, how much you want? I want 2. Well, how about 3? All right, it's business about negotiating. That's why I keep talking about, like, reading books and stuff like that. The more you have up here to be able to retort back to these people when they start giving you stuff that's foolish, you'll be able to, 1, know when to duck and dodge the nonsense, and 2, know how to leverage that for your own benefit. So, but again, none of this stuff is overnight. All this stuff is like over time, of course. My pleasure, yo. My pleasure. I'm gonna wait one more minute for any more questions, and I'm gonna look for my bottle top. I don't see it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Oh no, it's. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. You ain't holding me up. I'm holding you up. As I always say when I have my classes, I always thank everybody for their time. Because nobody has to be here. Like, you know, I'm gonna be doing this regardless. But I can be talking to myself. But I'm not. Zoom, I got a couple folks on Zoom, I got a couple folks on the live. So the fact that you interacting, I appreciate that. You know. So again, as I always say, when you invest in yourself, I invest. I go all the way, you know, with whoever's willing to invest in themselves. I got you. Whatever you need, I got something for that. I got an idea. I've done it. I know who to put you on to. Like in my brain is a business. That's the part I think I started with. My brain works like a business. I can't turn it off. That's why I can't have a job. Because they want me to work in a box. And my brain don't work that way. My brain don't work that way. So I can't fit in that. I want freedom for us. Whatever that look like. I want freedom. I want ownership. I want equity. Freedom, ownership, and equity. More important, I want ownership and equity. Freedom, but freedom is subjective in my brain. More so equity, right? For me, if I got equity, I don't need nobody to give me nothing. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta do nothing for me because I got my own situation. If I got ownership, I'm good. So I have 4 of my own companies. I got partnerships with 10 people. So I have 14 LLCs that I'm a part of. I got 4 for myself where I'm like 50% and up. But I have a whole nother 10 where I'm like maybe 10%, maybe 15%. That's equity. So I want them to win. Again, this is business. I'm into business. I'm into creating out. I know we all can get it, right? But I want us to get it in the right function. In the right. I'm saying I can't say it, but I want us to be in the right game. Don't do it for the company. Don't do it for the company. Your last question might not be. Keep them coming, huh? Shit, man. I'm. It's gonna be top of the year for me. But shit, we can link up and do that separately. You know, even though I'm not doing it yet. You know, I if you want my advice, I still got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing it top of the year. I'm going to be doing it because I'm doing it for my nephew. And yeah, my nephew is he's an artist. He live out in DC. And I want him to have a business. One, you know, for the family, for the equity and ownership. But 2, so the business can pay for his lifestyle. And then he can choose to do music if he wants to. The business will be paying every month, regardless. And he can leverage the business credit to be able to fill in the blank, right? So I want to be able to go on that not roller coaster, because now I know what I'm doing. But I want to be able to build that with him for his family and what he's building over there. So again, I'm not into that, but I know he's in that music scene. And I just see him I just understand when you know business, you can position to people that don't know business some things. And I don't want to take advantage of nobody. I don't want to own nobody's masters. But I do want to partner with people with publishing. And I do want to put them in position, you know, to stream a million, my fault, not 1,000. Stream a million and be able to leverage that into their own brand. You know, but be able to have an actual running business, be able to partner with I can't think of any right now, but like clubs on top of my head, and maybe do showcases. And instead of paying to perform, partner with the club and go 50-50 on the amount to host it. So now you're getting, you know, money from the artists that are performing as opposed to being an artist that's performing and you're paying. Why not own the door? Why not own half the door, half the drinks at the bar? Get your friends to come out still. They still get to perform, but now you get a check at the end of the night. So now you're not really, I mean, you might be doing it for you know, but you own the operation, or you're partnering with again, people that know me 50%. I'm 50% till I die. So with any company that I partner with, I'm not coming there like to get 20%. Now we getting 50% of the door, and we getting 50% of the bar. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. That's what it is. I'm not gonna do business with you. There's so many, companies in DC, so many bars in DC. Somebody will say yes, and somebody will see a vision. But the point is, when you can control that part, instead of just going there to go there and perform, and like I said, like everybody else does, and you pay and you do your one song, you do your two song, own something, own 50% of that, and still promote it, and still get your boys to come out and everybody come out. But now you're getting a check when you leave. Now you're getting half the door and you're getting half the bar when you walk out, and you still performed, so you still got your music out there, which is the main thing for people. I get it because I'm an artist in my way, but you get your music out there. But you also get a check when you leave. It's about doing business. That's very important for me, for Black people to understand how to do business, and not be taken advantage of. So, what do I know? I'm just a guy that don't want to work with nobody. What do I know? Let me just make sure I'm not missing no questions. Owning your masters, perfect. So owning that. Nah, I don't. Yeah, I want everybody to own their masters. Anybody that signs with us, I'm not taking that part. I want a partnership with the publishing, but the point is to encourage people to own. Yeah, to own. So, yeah, I want to partner. I don't want to control, because I don't want to be controlled in my brain. I don't want to be controlled. So anyway, yeah, that's my little thought. That's it. The 50%, 50% is like, maybe I'll go below that if it's a bunch of people that I know. But everything that I do when I walk into a company, when I give them, because a lot of times I'm proposing something to them. They don't normally do this stuff. They normally tell you, as the artist or the people calling, what they need you to do. I'm calling like, I need to partner with you on this event. How can we do this together? And once we have a contract, now we can answer the calls from companies and from labels and from this as a partnership. And I walk away 50%. Again, everything I do, I'm trying to walk away with something from it. Because again, there's money. We have to find ways to make money within the business. That's a whole nother video. But learning how to create cash flow inside of a company. A lot of companies die because they don't have cash flow going, right? Because they don't have money funneling in. They don't have a way to make money on a consistent basis. Maybe every month, a couple times a month, and that's one way to get paid. But as I always say, we gotta have different ways to get paid throughout the month. Create cash flow, and when you have a cash flow, that way you can survive through a COVID, through the good time and the bad time. When you have a way to earn money no matter what happens, and there's a way through every business. I can't say what it is off the top of my head, but just to think about it, there's always a way to get paid, make cash flow up. So it's about finding that. 50% is number one. and going to companies that have stuff that I want and bringing value, bringing value. My value, I don't know what my value is. Maybe negotiating probably. And maybe thinking I deserve more than I do. I'm the person that I feel like I deserve it. Do I deserve it? I don't know. But you're not going to determine that. That's what I do know. Like, the person that I'm talking to is not going to determine what I deserve. That's up to me. That's up to me to put on paper what I need, and not be afraid to say no. Not to, independent everything. I'm independent in everything that I do. Meaning aside from the establishment, corporations and stuff like that. Partnerships is cool. I'm not being hired by nobody. I got it. I'll do it myself. And again, there's so many. The same thing with banks. Like, there's so many options. There's so many. I don't need to go through you. If you say no, there's 14 more in the same block or within that same, neighborhood. I can go down to U Street and I can walk down U Street, 14th Street, and there's so many back to back that I can go to. So if I walk out here, I'm gonna go here. But he gonna get what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm getting into my role, but the point is 50% of everything ain't bad at all. I'm logging off too, brother. So hit me and give me your number. I'll hit you on the side. We can start talking about that. So I'm out. I'm stopping my Zoom, and I'm stopping this Facebook or this Instagram joint. Let me see. And I already stopped that recording, so we're good. And I am good with this. Perfect. Should I want 50% off the first album or 5? Shit, 5. The first 5. Longevity. Or 3 with an option. Or 3 with an option. That's the part about you can be creative. You can literally write your own contracts. And with that, you can be creative. And as long as that person signs it, it's what it is. It is what it is. I can't own the masters. I thought about it, but I can't. I can't. I'm out with the masters. I can't do that. But I can do a partnership with the publishing though, because I have an idea. I know how to monetize that. So I know how to get enough money off of that I don't. And maybe I'm naive. Side note, I'm still reading, but I want to set it up that way because I want a bunch of artists, not a bunch, but I want enough artists and I want producers. So I have a vision of what I want, but I want it to be a place where we can be fair, but make money with everybody, and then see everybody, succeed. I hate seeing Kanye and them, like Big Sean, 2 Chainz, like not own their masters. If Kanye West don't own his masters, and that's Kanye West, what type of regular somebody in DC, like what how can they expect to be treated if Kanye West don't own his? If Lil Wayne just sold Drake's masters and Nicki's masters to Universal, they don't own their masters. So I can't even understand all the I got talk and all the I hear it and they can rhyme it very well, but when you don't own your masters, I can't even understand it because you don't own. The ownership isn't there, and the foundation as to what I'm talking about is ownership. And when you don't have ownership, I can't even understand your lyrics no more. It don't hit the same. Wayne is a Bama. Yeah, I firmly believe that for multiple reasons. Yeah, for that Trump thing, for what he said on not First Take, for Skip and Shannon a couple years ago, being out the way, for selling a publishing. There's a plethora of things that he's done to stay in that Bama category. And that's my man. But when people make bad decisions like that, you can't cover it up like that. It's a horrible decisions. And granted, Drake and Nicki signed a contract, right? So in essence, again, it's a contract. Coming back to the contract part, right? As an artist, they signed the initial agreement with Young Money, right? So that's their fault. But to then, and again, it's a good business move. when you sell their publishing, that's amazing business. Cause Drake's songs are they're gonna go forever. Nicki's songs gonna go forever. But when they gonna get their masters back? And that's rhetorical because they're not gonna get them back. Or it's gonna, not before this deal's up. 5 to 10 years maybe. And then when they can get it, they're gonna have to bring in investors. Maybe Drake won't, but Nicki will. Cause it's gonna be worth, close to $1 billion worth, in 10 years maybe. The way music is going to change in the next 5 to 10 years. And they don't have, so all that I can buy this and all right, whatever. and Wayne sold your publishing. Well, I mean your master. So now where we at? So now what we gotta say about that? So anyway, Wayne is a Bama. I'm trying to. Every time I see him, I just shake my head and get frustrated. Every time I see him, I shake my head. But again, that goes to the business side of it. You know, so I can't get so mad at him because Nicki and Drake signed bad deals. But if I was Nicki and Drake, I would feel some type of way. But I'm not. I'm not. And knowing that is in my brain why I want to structure some things to be different. I still want to provide opportunity, but I don't want to take advantage. If that makes sense. So, I don't know. Has to be a middle ground. I'll find it. I always do. You know what I'm saying? But we can link up. You can tell me everything you doing, and I can, we can talk about that. I give you some advice if I got it. If you want to listen to it, it's all good. You already doing it, so you the one. I gotta get like you, cause you already doing it. All good, all good. Yeah, I gotta get like you. It's all good though. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Oh, blowing up. All right, so I gotta sign off, return these phone calls, and find out what this multi-unit deal is. So anyway, any more questions, just comment on the thing, and I'll answer when I get back on. Other than that, we'll talk later.